Hey, Alisha here with Terradrift and maybe my favorite pair of backpacking shoes ever. Yes, these are the Altra Lone Peak 5s, Altra's latest addition to the Lone Peak family, and yes, they're just as great as previous generations. Maybe better, but let me tell you a bit about these shoes that first hit shelves 10 years ago. The Lone Peak 5 is one of Altra's grippiest trail shoes to date, thanks to the Trail Claw and Max Track outsole, which are designed for rugged, unpredictable surfaces like trails and rough terrain, the stuff you find when hiking or backpacking. There are even drainage holes to help keep water from pooling if you cross a creek or really get rained on. And of course, there's a hook and loop gaiter trap and 4-foot loop for easy gaiter attachment, and a quick dry air mesh upper. Then there's Altra's signature foot shape. It's a super comfy design feature in all of the brand's shoes that gives your feet more space to stretch and splay and move naturally. I love it. Also, the men's and women's versions are actually designed differently to address the biological differences between men and women's feet, which is cool. They're also the first in the Lone Peak line to use the brand's Altra Ego midsole foam, which is designed to be super responsive through every step. And did we mention that they're zero drop? It may not feel like it when you first slide your foot in, but the balanced cushioning is designed to keep your heel and forefoot the same distance from the ground, which is better for overall balance and natural stride. Now, Altra calls these a trail runner, but we think they have much wider reaching applications. In fact, they're my go-to backpacking shoe. I prefer them to boots because they're lighter, more breathable, and just plain comfy, frankly. And yes, they're vegan. But what do I think of them? I'll tell you. But first, a shout out to our sponsor, Lark. Because when you're lacing up your boots to hit the trail, you need a good water bottle to keep you hydrated and safe from all the nasties in the natural water sources where you're likely to refill. Fortunately, the Lark bottle PureViz can do both. It uses UVC LED light to eliminate up to 99.9999% of biocontaminants from your water and bottle, meaning the bacteria, parasites, and viruses in that creek water you're planning on drinking from are no concern. The rechargeable cap purifies at the touch of a button and kicks on automatically every 2 hours to keep your water and the inside of the bottle purified. Together with the active loop, it's an easy piece of gear to take with you on the trail to keep you hydrated and free from giardia, which is always a plus. But back to the review. Basically, the Altra Lone Peak 5s are awesome. I actually snagged my first pair of Altras from a used gear shop in Jackson, Wyoming before a backpacking trip in the Tetons because I had seen photos of that wide toe box and needed that in my life after spending months on the road hiking and backpacking in shoes with this tiny, narrow toe box that was killing my toes. I slid on a pair of Altra Lone Peaks and that was it. No more pressure on my toes, and as it turned out, I like the whole zero drop thing. It's supposed to be better for posture, balance, strength, you name it. So what's not to love? And these new Lone Peak 5s are even more comfy than my first pair. They're springier with that Altra Ego foam, and Altra says they're more durable too, which means you can keep them in your closet and out of a landfill for much longer. Also, they come in rad colors for women and men, as in not just bright purple. This here is the women's balsam green. Oh, and if you prefer a waterproof shoe, the Lone Peak 5 is also available in an all-weather version. Plus a mid-rise if you prefer some ankle support, and a new Lone Peak hiker. But that's another review coming up soon. As for size, Altras are actually pretty spacious because of that toe box. I generally wear about an 8 in hiking shoes, and these are a 7.5 and fit very well. I could probably also wear an 8 for a little more wiggle room in the toe area, but these fit quite nicely. Plus they're light enough not to feel cumbersome on your feet, which is great. I personally hate a heavy hiking boot. The nice low-cut ankle means nothing is rubbing or causing pressure points. The laces stay tied like they should, and they're super easy to get off and on, which is always a plus. In any case, despite the fact that these shoes don't have a pronounced arch support or super built up heel, they're very comfortable. I mean, I don't really need either of those things. I like a minimalist shoe, but some folks prefer them. And to you, I say, don't discount the Lone Peaks. They can handle some serious this terrain are actually very popular among thru hikers and are an excellent choice for fast and light outdoor adventures. Like I said, they're my backpacking shoe of choice, to the point that honestly, when I have to test other shoes, no matter how great they are, I'm always just a little bummed I'm not in my Lone Peaks. That's how great they are. Comfortable, durable, rugged, and zero drop. Plus, look at that toe box. Honestly, best shoes ever. Seriously, I cannot underestimate the beauty of this extra wide toe box. And if you've never tried a pair of Altras and experienced this toe box, you need to. So we'll put a link to the Lone Peak 5s in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. That pretty much wraps it up. You have any questions about the Lone Peaks that we didn't answer? Feel free to drop them in the comments below. Or just say hello, that's fine too. And be sure to give this video a big ol' thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our future gear reviews and updates. Also go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Terradrift. And for even more outdoorsy content, head over to terradrift.com. As always, thanks for watching. Lace up those shoes, get outside, and wander on. I like these. I mean, if I have to put my foot in a shoe instead of a sandal, these are the ones. These are the ones. I'm backpacking in these in Michigan in a couple weeks here. Pretty excited. They didn't even need a break-in period. I just put them on my feet and went hiking, and it was great. No sore spots, no hot spots. They're fantastic. I'm just saying, make your own decision, but life-changing. All right, I'm gonna go hiking. Excuse me, I'm gonna take these.